Hi, I am Andres Lopez. I'm going to explain in this topic, in this tutorial, how to use Google Scholar, but now we are going to pass that info that we are going to find at that net, that info that necessarily need to be official with a certain reference to a Word document, because we are going to report an essay, probably an article, but we are going to put the reference. Okay, let's start. First of all, I'm going to look for the Google tools. There are more of Google, who we saw in the last tutorial to enter to Google Scholar, explore all the products, academic, of course, and well, this introduction. And for example, I would like the topic about teaching in the knowledgement society. Okay, I click on the first option, for example, and I would like to find something reference to that topic that I had found, because first of all I received the page in the introductions, but I'm going to look for a certain definition of knowledgement of society, so I would like to look in that here. I can erase with another word, for example level, and now I return to my original definition: knowledgement society. How have you partners realized I have not to put Control F, because in a book you can find the definition that you want with the space and the option go, so you can find it, and there is a lot of options. I'm going to show you. Yeah, in the page 34, 44. Oh, little segment of scientific knowledge can be shared within the members of given a community. When students in a class correctly build a scientific knowledge in a given domain, or another more, I can, with a bar, look for a good definition for my homework or for me. The culture of knowledge management has become an interdisciplinary theme of society and cannot leave the role of the teacher unchanged. To teach in the knowledge society means to guide the search of knowledge through the ontologies. Maybe it could be a good definition, but I would like to find another. And it is in the 43, separation between individuals and social knowledge. Individual, social, scientific knowledge is autonomous, cognitive knowledge for each copy. A subject belong of hypnosis. Well, I think the first sentence in the 44, I have enjoyed that definition, so I select it, we click. Oh, but it is not available for this page, so I'm going to find a page how is available. Let me see. Necessarily we need to find one, mainly because this book is private. But in order to find a good definition, I only to transcript, for example, because I wanted to tell you that I cannot copy and paste to a Word document, because the document or this page doesn't allow us to do that, because it's an official document. So I only can to type it in my Word app, and that's all. So another option that I can be considered is, for example, to click on help. On help, there is an option that is copy or translate part of a book. If we want to copy only a part of a book, At the top of the page, click Cut X. This option isn't available for all the books, so in this case, we realized that we can't copy and paste. And the other option is normal. We have to select the text and copy to our Word document. But in this case, we can't. We couldn't, sorry. So I'm going to return and look. See, if I want to copy that segment, I can do that. For example, I have my Word document sizes in the middle of my mirror in my screen. So the following thing that I'm going to do is to minimize my page of searching. Sorry for that. I'm going to minimize and I have more or less the size that I want in that part, and I can type it. For example, the first segment that I liked it was the 44, so I copy only little, and I continue doing that. I almost finished, and but I can see the thing that I'm copying. So officially and necessarily I have to put the reference of that book that I'm copying. I'm going to do that later in a minute. I would like to show you something else. I click on the page of Google Scholar. I maximize. For example, if I want to find another book, I put in advanced search. I'm going to show you again. I put you in advanced book search. Of course, if you want to use that page or that options in Spanish, you can put to traduce to Spanish, and all the document or all the tools are going to put in Spanish. But that part is in English, so I'm going to find another book. Acknowledgement Society only, for example. I click search with Google, and there is another options. It is another, but there is no more text. I can find another for here. Knowledge societies. There are books that show us more info. For example, I have reviewed another one that it was here in my historic pages that did provide us a lot of info. Teaching in the Knowledge Society, for example. I have found some moments ago and have a lot of, for example, if you realize this said no preview available for this page, but in this case in the page 66 I can do that. I can revise all the page, and I can copy the info with minimize, and I can follow in my text. For example, teaching in the knowledge, in that part teaching, and I can continue to do that. For example, I can only copy one sentence and blah blah blah. Well, necessarily I have to put the reference. Now I return to maximize my Google Scholar page, and I'm going to look for the two reference. The first one is this. I'm going to the presentation of that searching page. It was when I searched for these pages, when I opened the knowledge Google. So I'm here. Okay, I think it's it. is the reference. Another option is to go to advanced Google Scholar, for example here. I return to Google Scholar, for example. So for the first one, there is, I can copy the site. First of all, I would like to save the document because it provides us a lot of information done, and I could see in my library. Is the first option. I return, and in the site I copy the APA format how I mentioned. I could put Control C or only to click right and copy. I'm going to Word document and I'm going to maximize this section because I want to work now in Word. I maximize and I put references, the option of references tool, and I'm going to administrate some bibliography resources in a moment. And I have two copy of the, I'm going to only to list some dates that I'm going to save it in new, and I'm going to put the author, the title, and all that the data that I'm going to copy for the book. And in a moment I'm going to show you how to reflect on our Word document. So I return to my document of Google Scholar. I'm going to copy the tutor, and now I have the more info that I need. For example, published by Teacher College Press, and the number of the avenue 1234 Amsterdam Avenue, New York. Copyright 2 and 3 Teacher College Columbia University. That all data I'm going to copy to my Word document. I'm going to minimize how I mentioned before. I can visualize the document, and I'm going to copy all that data to my Word document. In this case, I put that reference to administrate the info. I put that, and now I can copy. To put the info of the author, I put an edit. I put, for example, the name is Andy, and the author, I realized that is Hargrens. Sorry for that. I put the option of book, that is, and I have filled it all the data, and the editorial is Teachers Colleague Press. I can show all the bibliographic data that I can fill, but now I'm not going to do that because our time is not full enough. I'm saved, and that's all. I can close, and it can fill automatically in my document of Word. If I suppose that that words is for the same book, I only put to insert the site. Here is 223, and I can have some options. I can edit the site. For example, it was the info that I copy. It was from the 44 page. I put only 44, and that's all. Thank you for hearing that tutorial and see you later, partners. Thank you.